Canadian Citizenship Test Tips. After you receive the letter to appear to write the test from CIC, please check the date and time of the exam, where you will take the exam, what you need to bring, what to do if you cannot make it to that date and time. Also, let IRCC know if you need any accommodations to take the test. For example, wheelchair access, braille or large print format of the exam. Citizenship test tips about the citizenship test questions. The test will have the questions from the following topics: your rights, freedoms, and responsibilities, Canada's history, form of government, politics and political history, social and cultural history, symbols. Tips during the exam day. Just follow what the proctor officials say. Usually, you have to do the things below. Wait in a room with other applicants. Enter the exam room when the proctor asks you. Don't sit next to your family members. Listen to the proctor. Follow his or her instructions. The test has 20 questions, will be multiple choice type with 1 or 2 true-false questions. Requires you to answer questions in 30 minutes. Answer at least 15 questions correctly to pass, and don't skip any questions. Answer all the 20 questions. If you pass the test, you will be called for a short interview. The citizenship officer will check your identity, check your documents, ask questions to check your language, tell you about the oath-taking ceremony. They will mail the invitation to the oath-taking ceremony. It will be 4 to 6 months after the exam. If you score lower than 15, take the test again in 3 to 4 weeks. Your schedule will be mailed. If you don't pass the second test, you will be invited for an interview with a citizenship officer. The interview will take 30 to 90 minutes. It will test your knowledge about Canada. Show that you can speak English or French. Some tips to prepare for the exam. Study ahead of time. Do not just cram. You will be stressed if you study late. Read and understand Discover Canada, the rights and responsibilities of citizenship. It is the only official study guide and free of cost. You can read it online, get a paper copy in the form of the PDF book, order a printed copy, or listen to an MP3 version. Discover Canada book is easy to read, so read it several times. Try our free online practice tests on the website, freecitizenshiptest.musseltreasure.com. We have more than 360 questions for you to practice and make you confident enough for the test. Start your own review class with your family and friends. Before you go to the exam center, review your notice. Check the date and time. Know the venue, if you don't know it. Check Google Maps, ask a friend. Gather your documents. Check the instructions on the letter. Bring photocopies. Bring the letter. Get child care for your young children. They will not be allowed inside the testing interview room. Ask for a day off from work. The test takes only 30 minutes, but processing an interview can take time. You have to wait if there are a lot of examinees. Tips during the test: don't be late. You will not be allowed to take the test if you are late. Come 15 to 30 minutes early. You will have to wait 2 to 3 weeks for the next exam. Call the local IRCC office if you have an emergency. Call within 30 days and give a reasonable explanation. Read and understand each question. You have a minute and a half to answer each one. Don't stay on the hard question for a long time. Move on to the next. Go back to the question you missed when you are done with all the questions. If you don't know the answer to a question, start cutting from the least possible option. Some questions are set in a different way from the way you know. For example, You might have studied a question, who are party leaders? And it is said in the following way. Keep confidence in what you've learned. Who isn't a current party leader in the House of Commons? Justin Trudeau, Andrew Scheer, Elizabeth May, Gilles Duceppe. Check if you answered all the questions before submitting your paper. Answer all the questions even if you don't know the right answers, because there is no negative marking.